standing here at UMakers. This is a local makerspace in Upland, California, and it's been instrumental in helping me develop my skills in making. I had a background in digital design, and a lot of the machines here, like the laser cutter, the 3D printer, the CNC even, they're all digital driven. All the members who come here have different skills, different life perspectives, lots of different kinds of experiences, and just the machines itself are great, but having the opportunity to talk to all these people, learn from their business experience, their personal experiences, looking at what they create, has given me so many different ideas that I think is great. I mean, this idea of a makerspace is actually really going to change the world.
The maker movement has been building for many years. Maker generally describes people using technology in do-it-yourself activities. Important parts of the movement include sharing knowledge, learning, and improving. The maker movement is worldwide. Major proponents of it are Mark Hatch, Carl Bass, Neil Gershenfeld, and Dale Doherty. Locally, Rob Perhamus started UMakers. Hands-on making is essential. That's where shared maker spaces such as UMakers come in.
Learning to design on the computer was a hard switch for me, but it's been really rewarding because now I can create what I did on the computer and bring it to life. So I actually started with 3D printing, and then once I joined the makerspace, then I discovered different materials that I could also use to make my cake toppers. So this is another example of a laser cut wood one. This started off as doing creations for friends and family, but I've since made Etsy, and I am actually selling some of these cake toppers online. So while I am going to school for nursing, which I'm actually getting some profit from my own creation.
Hi, my name's Rob, and I'm the founder of UMakers. It's a makerspace, and it's in Upland. So these are some of the machines I thought I'd tour you through. And this is a Tormac CNC milling machine. We have a wide format printer. We have 2 lasers here. Very popular in many maker spaces. Some people make their entire living out of using these part-time. This is a CNC router, and it's useful. You can be a sign business. You can do sculptures with it. You can be an artist. We cut out parts for artists to finish. All of these machines are also part of what they call a fab lab. And there's about 1,200 of these fab labs around the world, just not here in the 909 until now. And I copycatted by having the same equipment that they have in all these other places. They've refined this over a decade. And so there's lots of great inventors, artists, and engineers that come and use the tools to start their business. What I call old school shop class machines. Do-it-yourself t-shirts here. We have 3D printers. We have 7 altogether, a couple of them. Mainly, we're a community of makers. And it's fun more than anything else. So it's great when I'm around people that are very creative, and they come over and they make things.
UMakers may have the best view of any maker space. It's in a business park at the corner of Foothill Boulevard and Monte Vista Avenue.
And look at this bracket. It's beautiful. Had it made last night. Had these made last night and picked them up today. And I just joined, and I'm loving UMakers.
Connie Yu made this lamp by laser cutting wood, applying paper behind the open areas, and putting a light inside.
My name is Jack, and what I do is I either copy something and we insert it into the laser cutter, and what happens is whatever we designed or put on the computer is cut into this wood.
I make about animals for squishies. It's my little business.
UMakers is open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week.
My family took some professional photos, and we've got digital copies of those. And today I'm using the VersaCam to do a large print for my wife.
Dan Newman used a 3D printer to make this. It is one piece of plastic, including the individual strands of hair. Ivana Chavez operates a dog care service. She prints banners, t-shirts, and other promotional material at UMakers. Here she is using the large format printer.
This here is a rustic wood American flag. So here at the Makerspace, I use the CNC router to engrave or carve out my stars in the Union. I set up the image in the software, set up the CNC, and basically just start and carve all my stars out.
I've been at UMakers now for a year and a half, almost 2 years. I got started in 3D design and used 3D printers, and now it's kind of snowballed into laser cutting and cutting things on the CNC.
Slightly different images on layers of clear plastic were engraved by Connie Yu.
Hi, my name's Chip. I like to teach people how to do complex things with simple devices like microprocessors. Everything from winky light displays to more complex animation sequences.
Meetups with computer experts provide help with apps and hardware. 3D machining, scanning of physical objects, and beginner programming are just some of the things that can be done.
I'm working on a mobile application that will show what foods that we eat are related to other foods that we eat.
Jeff and Yash are reviewing game pieces made at UMakers. This is an improved board with interlocking pieces.
With the tools at UMakers, you can pretty much customize any piece that came with the board game. So you can do custom tokens with your name on it. You can 3D print 3D versions of the tokens that came with the game. And you can laser cut buildings that are shown on the game but aren't actually represented in 3D.
Upland High School students formed a robotic club calling themselves Team Neurotoxins. They designed a robot at UMakers to compete in the regional FIRST Tech Challenge in Long Beach earlier this year.
Hi, I'm Dan Newman. I primarily do 3D printing. Been doing that since 2009. UMakers here in Upland, it's a great opportunity for me to interact with other people, share some of the skills I have with others, and more importantly to me, learn from other people.
Some makers create objects to sell at retail stores. These earrings are on display at Heirloom in Claremont.
I'm just making some custom 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch ceramic coasters.
These geared parts were laser cut by Connie Yu, who then assembled them into a working spinner.
When it comes to doing creative things, it's nice to have a place where there's people where I can kind of get some ideas from or learn how to do things from. And in return, I kind of give back and teach them about my skill set, which is engineering, electronics, woodworking, things like that.